Ladies and gentlemen, have mercy upon me, O God, according to your loving kindness, according to the multitude of your tender mercies. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. I acknowledge my transgressions. My sin is ever before me. Against you, you only have I sinned and done this evil in your sight, that you may be justified when you speak and be clear when you judge. I was shaped in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, you desire truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part you shall make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. It's a self-actualization, a realization that we're not perfect. I don't think there's any of us that are. We have some dark places in us, some hidden places that are not right. And it's good when we come to the reality and realize this, so we can ask the Lord to change us and transform us. Let's pray for the victims of Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, and Hurricane Maria, as well as the earthquake in Mexico. Let's pray for people who have survived, for their restoration, their healing, that they can get themselves back together, and those who suffered loss, we mourn their loss with them. We are all human beings, folks, and we're in this together. Let's help one another. Let's talk some boxing. Golovkin's promoter, Tom Loeffler, says this: Mayweather knew what GGG does to him. First and foremost, why are they mentioning Floyd Mayweather's name at this point in time? The guy is 40 years old. He's retired. Why are they talking about Floyd Mayweather? Why is his name in their mouth? Why are they writing off of Floyd Mayweather? They just got, I think it would be a pretty huge pay-per-view fight with Canelo Alvarez, the next pay-per-view king. Why is Tom Loeffler talking about Floyd? It's so funny. But this is what he had to say. Tom Loeffler, promoter of Golovkin, believes his fighter would have stopped Mayweather and says Floyd also knew that would happen. That's why there were never any discussions to get the fight done. No, Tom Loeffler, that's not the reason. Floyd's pay-per-view numbers have been increasingly high. Golovkin was a nobody. He was doing good. He was making some noise in the boxing world, but he wasn't crossover. Okay, and Floyd made huge pay-per-view numbers. Conor McGregor was big. That's why Floyd came out of retirement to face Conor McGregor. There were never serious talks. We can't blame Floyd because he was never in the middleweight division. If he was in the division, it would be a different story, but he never fought at 160 pounds, Loeffler told Sky Sports. Floyd said it would be easy work because GGG has no special effects, but realistically, they know what the outcome would have been. Now, it's a very recent article, and quite frankly, I think it's disrespectful for this person to bring up Floyd's name, seeing he's retired from boxing. But even further, we just saw Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin, and we saw Golovkin couldn't even hit Canelo flush with anything. So I just don't get it. I mean, the whole point behind the Canelo Alvarez GGG fight is this is what Floyd would have done to him, and much better. I mean, this is not even a question of it. He wouldn't have even, unless Floyd wanted him to touch him, he wouldn't have even touched Floyd. And Floyd is so much better than Canelo. And Canelo, I mean, okay, let's just start with Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs still got hit with jabs. Danny Jacobs still got hurt by Golovkin. Golovkin could not, Danny Jacobs gave him a hard fight. Whether you believe Jacobs won or lost, he gave him a hard fight. Okay? Canelo is so many levels above Danny Jacobs. And we see the big, huge difference in skill sets with Golovkin and Canelo. Golovkin be throwing, in fact, in the last seconds of the final round, Golovkin threw a whole bunch of punches and actually punched the ropes. He went into the ropes, and Canelo was nowhere to be found there. Canelo was spinning back into the center of the ring. I mean, Canelo was doing whatever he wanted with Golovkin. Some people said he played too much. I agree with that. Some people said he stayed on the ropes too long. I don't agree with that. I just think that when he was on the ropes, he should have made Golovkin miss and pay. He should have made him pay a little bit more to make it emphatic. But Canelo could do whatever the heck he wanted to do in that fight. When he was ready to come off the ropes and went to the center of the ring. I mean, Canelo was doing to Golovkin whatever he felt like doing. And quite frankly, I don't care if Golovkin keeps charging forward Floyd would have just made him look stupid the entire fight. Okay? So for Tom Loeffler to say that is like Sergey Kovalev saying Andre Ward is afraid of me. I mean, it's just one of those dumb... I mean, the evidence is there, and then you go and Andre Ward whoops your ass, and then you could have come around and say, oh, he's afraid of me, that's why he left the game. You sound like a real, bitchy little bitch, And similarly, Tom Loeffler, you sound like a bitchy little bitch. I'm just being real here. Golovkin was the one saying, oh, he ran. He didn't fight me toe to toe. He didn't do Mexican style to Canelo. That's what he was saying about Canelo. So what the heck is he going to say about Floyd? I mean, come on now. Everybody says Floyd's a runner. So what Golovkin was going to do? Swing at air? And he's so damn slow. That's what Canelo was saying. Like, damn, this guy's slow as hell, All right. Now, as to the people who actually said that Canelo won against GGG and gave good reasons, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., 7'5". Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Marco Antonio Barrera thought Canelo won. These are all Mexican fighters, by the way. Eric Morales, he said he had Canelo winning 5-3. He explained that Canelo basically goaded Gennady Golovkin into wherever he wanted him to go. He goaded him into the ropes, run the trap, spring the trap, He goaded him in the center of the ring, had the more explosive shots. I had Golovkin stunned a couple times, had him off balance a couple times or wobbly. I mean, it is what it is, it is what it is. Latest one was Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares thought that Canelo won this fight. He said he favored Canelo, but he said he was okay with the draw. Here's his words. I liked it a lot more than what he did against Julio Cesar Chavez. He was fast, very agile, very strong. The only thing I did not like is he spent too much time on the ropes, said Linares. He said this about Canelo. Regarding the most popular topic in boxing, the controversial 12-round split draw of Canelo and Golovkin on Saturday in Las Vegas, the Venezuelan said he liked the performance of the Mexican star, which would be Canelo. Golovkin is a very strong fighter. I think that's what made Canelo back up. I think Canelo was clever, but he spent too much time on the ropes. For me, the draw was the best decision. All right, so he thought it was a draw. I didn't think it was a draw. I think people are afraid politically to say that Canelo won, which is sad. But Deontay Wilder, he was straight up with it. He said, no, I thought Canelo won this fight. He said, I thought Canelo won this fight. He landed the more explosive punches. He landed the harder punches. He thought that Canelo definitely won this fight. All right. And of course, Floyd Mayweather Sr., Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, and a number of other people from Jeff Mayweather, and other people from Mayweather Promotions thought that Canelo won this fight as well. Seeing that Gennady Golovkin didn't really hit much. He had his little stints in the fight. Even in round 9, Canelo really is the guy that catches the highlight reel, not Gennady Golovkin, which is just crazy. I mean, the only thing that was working for Gennady Golovkin the whole night was the jab, and it wasn't working as regularly as people think. Go watch Golovkin versus Danny Jacobs. You'd see the jab actually working a lot more on Danny Jacobs than it did with, it was very limited success against Canelo. So, I mean, I don't even understand how they even have a draw, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. My point anyway is this. Tom Loeffler goes and makes this really idiotic statement, which makes it look like sour grapes, and it really looks stupid to say such a statement because, first and foremost, Floyd Mayweather is retired. Like, you shouldn't even be mentioning Floyd Mayweather. You should be on to the next, But the fact that he even mentions Floyd Mayweather shows that they really wish they could get that mega payday. Like, you get a fight with Floyd Mayweather, and you are set for freaking life, okay? Because the pay-per-view money keep on streaming into you. He gets some, you get some. You're set for life. That's why Marcus Maidana, he's happy as Pappy. I mean, Marcus Maidana's blown up like an elephant, and he's cool because he's set for life, folks. For life. Can't explain that enough. Okay? And Golovkin, he made what? A guaranteed $3 million? You know, if Floyd gets a guarantee, you know what his last guarantee for his last fight was? It was $100 million, y'all. $100 million. Let me see if I can explain that to you. That's 33.333 times more than Gennady Golovkin is making. So, yeah, of course Gennady Golovkin and his promoter would love to have faced Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is the ultimate cash cow, but he's out of the game now. Now it's Canelo. Okay? In his rematch with Canelo, he's going to make some serious mint. All right? And he thinks he's narrowed it down to be able to track down Canelo. He has no idea what Canelo's going to do in the next fight. But I truly believe Canelo is just a vastly superior boxer to Golovkin, which is why he could hang with him at 160 pounds. Because Canelo is not big like Golovkin. He can't punch like Golovkin. But, I mean, he could keep Golovkin honest. You know what I'm saying? He's not just going to rush in there on Canelo. So, I'm just saying, I would like to see the rematch. Golovkin's talking about ending his career. Like, he doesn't know. I don't even know if Golovkin's going to even take the rematch. I'm hoping he does. But, you know, that's what it is. Okay, folks? So, I thought I would just bring this up because, to me, Canelo fought Golovkin like how Floyd would fight Golovkin. Except Floyd would just be on a whole other level of fighting. Golovkin, he wouldn't even know what's going on. He wouldn't be able to predict nothing in the whole fight. You know, nothing. All right, like I said, Golovkin was coming straight in, straight forward, no special effects whatsoever. Got a decent jab. That's why Canelo could do him all kinds of things. You know, Danny Jacobs had superior reach. He had superior height. He had superior weight. He had all those things going for him, and he still made the fight close with Golovkin. Canelo had none of those advantages Danny Jacobs had a hell of a lot better defense. Did not turn Golovkin as much as Danny Jacobs did. Still wore him down. Had Golovkin slapping punches coming down to the end. And on top of that, he hurt Golovkin much more than Golovkin even dreamed of hurting him. So, I mean, you can't even compare Canelo to Danny Jacobs. And just to emphasize my point, when Danny Jacobs faces Canelo Alvarez, and he will understand the difference between a Gennady Golovkin and a Canelo Alvarez. Because I don't think he understands yet who Canelo is. He need to learn some respect. Danny Jacobs don't got no respect for Canelo. That's all right. At the end of the fight, he gonna have respect because Canelo, I guarantee, Canelo will put him on his ass before the fight is over. All right, he will knock down Danny Jacobs. That's one thing you guarantee with Canelo. Canelo has a certain ability to get past reach, get past height, get past size. All right, and Danny Jacobs gonna have the harsh reality of seeing what I'm talking about. But he's the miracle man. I expect him to get back up and keep on fighting. But I expect Canelo to beat him any day, anytime, any place. Just too much experience, too much composure, too much skill. Canelo got a lot of skill. All right? And y'all are going to see that compared to all of it. I don't care if it's Jamal Charlo. It's not to do with skill in this case. Jamal Charlo has a lot of skill. And a lot of honed skill. He's still working on it. But the experience and the composure makes Canelo beat him. Alright? When it comes to, at this present time, I guess Jamal Charlo in a couple years' time, he going to be something, a force to reckon with in the division. Billy Joe Saunders, he got skill. He don't got a lot of power. Canelo is kind of tricky. I think Canelo beats Billy Joe Saunders. I think Canelo easily beats David Lemieux. I think Canelo beats Alsan Endom, dropping him multiple times. I think Canelo beats just about every other guy out there. Peter Quillen, I think he beats them all. Alright? But only time will tell. Only time will tell if I'm right or wrong. Simply my opinion. But I just think the tool bag Canelo has, plus the experience he has, makes him a very hard guy to beat in this division. With this set of people that's there. Demetrius Andrade is a fun guy. I wish he comes up to this division and fights. Erislandy Lara, I wish he comes up to the division and fights. I don't know if he will. But if all of them come up, I would love Canelo to fight them all. You guys have a great one.